Oh, sir.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Fix it in post. That's what I'll do. All right, so socks off, toes out, baby. Let's fix this damn camera. So this is my favorite / least favorite element of this whole production. Oh wait, hi, I'm Terrence Taylor. This is MiSuNDERStoOd 2, and welcome to the inside of my brain. Didn't do an intro yesterday, but I'm on it. And I have my cards and have notes on them. So I'm ready to give you proper feedback. Get to it. This is very exciting. However, you're going to go on with me on this exploration as we set this moving camera as one single person. How do I get action and adventure in my footages without having a person? I'm going to show you. So this shot's so awful, but I said it before and for some reason something happened and it moved. So we're going to reset it again. I wish I could, I guess I could just show a version of doing this. All right, so here we go. I'm going to set. I am sure. Go away. All right, cool. So here's an app, Edelkrone app. I go in here. I set pan, tilt, and slide. So I slide it all the way over. Change the pan. Nope, not that way. Right there. Put myself in focus and then tilt it up a little smidge. Right there, there's my spot right there. So boom, autofocus, yeah, baby. And then what I learned from yesterday was I have my head too far forward. I need more white space there. Get a little bit of a bang right there. Hold the spot, saves. Now, slide it over to the other side. Ooh, I love this. Dun, 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 dun. Autofocus is on. Oh, the legend. Rest in peace, Kobe. Oh, man. What a day. I'm really excited to talk today. Even though I have a plan, so I feel better about that. All right, boom. Over. Nope. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Rose. Boom. Now I need to put me in the center. My autofocus action going. Why boom. Now we bring it to here. And if I'm there, bang boom. That looks cool. Nah, come back. There. Said that one. Awful. Great for the listener experience. Hello. And then wham. Now it should go back and forth. 7 minutes in and we're actually properly ready to start. Ooh, exciting news. All right, cool. So here we go. Oh, man. Hi again. All right, enough. I'll get to my notes. Today's August 2nd. Today is day 2 of MiSuNDERStoOd. I was going to call it random recording, but it's not because I do have a bit more intention. But first I have to say I was listening to Nipsey Hussle, the legend. Again, rest in peace. All the legends, man. Mailbox Money. Where's that? Right there. Bang. Mailbox Money. That's how I knew one of my favorite Nipsey songs. And that got me, I listened to Nipsey last night also in preparation. Okay, yeah, I gotta give me some more. It's evening. I'm like, my brain is not an evening brain, so my voice has bad, baby. I give it some life, some energy. All right, so all the Nipsey music made me think, oh man, all of this imagery, I don't own it and I didn't ask permission for it. So truth is, we could be sued at any moment. I think it's cease and desist and some kindness. Usually that's how it goes. But I mean, or people just sue the shit out of you. But this is all in homage and in paying respect and love to all these great creative people, the designers, the artists who are part of making this like explosion of my insides of all that's made me creative and inspired me in my life of life. Yeah, see, I can't record at night. This is garbage. I'm gonna get through this ASAP and save your ears and your listener. Yeah, fuck, I got nothing. All right, so I hope Nipsey. The first note is Nipsey, don't sue. I mean, I hope nobody sues, but again, this is in love of all that is in existence here. So, please don't sue. The second thing I have is pausing and speaking. Yeah, so I was reviewing back yesterday's footage, and in that, I think the evening recording bit's not gonna work. Today's a Wednesday, so I listen to Joe Budden podcast in the morning. That's usually how I start my Wednesdays. But when I'm and any day other than a Wednesday or a Saturday, I would just get up and record. On those days, I'm gonna actually have to get up and record first, because usually that's how I start my day, with just shenanigans and silliness and information and knowledge and awesomeness. But I got to get up and get these words out immediately. Otherwise, they're blah, 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 blah. And my comment was pausing. Excuse me, while delivering and speaking. It's like there's a level of pause and tone and like pace that, as a single person, like I don't have the ability to bounce off of others in the conversational aspect, which I'm used to doing in this space. So there's a natural, Stephen A does it, where there's a lot of dead space, and it's in that performative nature. So there's a bit of that I need to learn, but also just how my brain works. It's either like flying, or sometimes it just needs a minute to configure what the plan is. So I'm just letting people know that's these are things I look forward to improving, but also just figuring out like what's okay, like what can I get away with, what's natural, what feels like to produce, or like because what I used to do is edit out all the pauses. When it was just audio, I could just cut out any amount of like space that felt unnatural or too long. But with all this video, like I will not at all be cutting any bit. No, it's like the most exhausting experience ever. So I won't be doing that. So I have to speak with a bit more pace, but I also have to ensure that it's natural and real and like in the function of who I am. But I'm also doing a show, so I can't just be here not saying things. So feedback from day one. This is why I'm doing it, and just doing it and figuring it out. And that's one of the feedbacks and critiques I have of myself. And that's a beautiful part of this process, is doing it and looking back and learning, taking notes, going through it, doing it again, taking more notes. So I'm excited. Which brings me to my next point, which is the cameras. Like this whole camera situation, I didn't clean my glasses, damn it. I am very excited about. And this camera's on a slider. It's an automatic slider. I call it the camera in motion, just for the people who don't care about all the fancy words. And if you have ever seen Masterclass, those courses, I love them, and the production on them is beautiful for a course. And I actually had a job at a place where I was making online courses, and it was blank screen, like one center camera, like camera 2, and Google Slides that just got exported as PDFs and then just inserted. I was like, if y'all are gonna make courses, and they sold a shit ton of these, have to look like the best version of courses that exist. And that was work and time and money that they didn't care. They were selling them as they were. But I was always like, man, once I have the means to do the thing how I want to do it, I'm doing it like properly. And this is I see masterclass. I'm like, yo, it should look like that. And Shannon Sharp got the Moon camera. Joe Budden got the Moon camera. Like it's a part of that aesthetic that raises the production value. And so, I've done it in the center, like the wide, like it's camera one, but it's kind of boring at the wide. So I brought it in. It actually took me the longest time to figure out like what the hell to do with that. So I put a zoom lens on it. I think it's at like 135 or something millimeters. And so it's tight, it's nice. It's like very documentary. I remember watching the Michael Jackson, oh my Lord, Jesus, some two men who had lots to say about their experience with Michael Jackson. I remember one of the shots from up above, so cold. And I was like, oh, I'm using that. And so this is not quite that, but it has that. Theirs was a bit like way higher. And I like this, but it has that effect. So it's, documentary filmmaking and masterclass is kind of how I have brought this visual aesthetic together. So it's really exciting. And yeah, oh man, cameras in masterclass inspiration. Boom. I'm going to work through these very quickly. Yes, I love it. E.T., the hip hop preacher, mixtape in Costa Rica. That's the note. So if you're not familiar with Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip hop preacher, oh man, he's great. I remember finding him for the first time 2015, maybe 2014, 2015. And he had a mixtape. Had videos. If you've ever seen like he's in a classroom and he's speaking to a bunch of kids, and he the guru, and meeting him at the beach, and if you do you want it as bad as you want to breathe? And I just remember him grabbing the kid's afro and like messing. It's just an epic, beautiful, inspirational video, and it went viral. And I was one of the people who found it and followed ET, and I just love him. At that time, it's what I needed, and it was a Black man who was he was himself. He was loud, and he was passionate, and it was beautiful, and inspired, or through what he was making was a mixtape. It was like inspirational snippets and music. And I thought it was like the fucking coolest thing ever. Like, who would have thought of a inspirational, like motivational speaker mixtape? I was like, oh no, that's fucking genius. It's perfect and it's beautiful. And I don't know if I consciously had that in my mind when making MiSuNDERStoOd, the original version, but now as I'm doing this version and this experience and going through it this way and it being audio, there's an element of it like, oh man, like this is where I get to get into a musical, like I don't make music from like the foundation of music making, but I clearly love it. And in filmmaking and storytelling, music is such a like integral piece and like a very important element to storytelling. So I produce music at I've learned to start, like, not like I make beats, but music scoring, if you will, and just how to create a music bed and use the visuals and the music to enhance the storytelling. So I got really excited about using these snippets, creating an album on vinyl. And then I was like, oh yeah, E.T.'s mixtape, like duh. It's just really cool to have these experiences and have this information, take it in, and not necessarily know like where your creative, like where that bit of information you consume, like where it's going to land and when and how. And it's why I just take in and learn and try to and that's the beautiful part of speaking. Like you never know who's going to catch what and use it when. Like that's yeah, I'm really excited for that part. So yeah, the ET mixtape, when I was in Costa Rica listening to it, I'll tell my Costa Rica story later, but it was a great time. I was 25, And it was that experience that set me to start TNT Food Experience. And that was the beginning of the new version of my life. So it's cool to like, which I just watched on, which was good. It's cool to be here again in a different space, doing the thing that before I just consumed. Earthquake on actually said something really interesting to that. He was happy to be a comedian because he could get on stage and tell the story of the thing and articulate it and get paid for it versus sitting at home articulating it and feeling shitty. Like he could actually take the information and make a life out of articulating things that people identify with everywhere. And there's a bit of that happening right now. That's really exciting. Oh man, so yes. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, ET. That was great. And thanks, Costa Rica. And thanks to music. Yay, music. Okay, next. I got my tea hat. All right, so get a nice look at this. Ooh. This one. That one. Can you get it here? That boy. Ooh. Get a focus. A little focus. Come on. There it is. Oh, baby. Yeah. So this is, it's here also. Bang, bang, boom. This is the new version of what's happening in life. Talks too much. Can you see it? Yeah, you can. It's right. Yeah, folks, it's fine. Talks too much is, I'm trying to save some of these stories because otherwise I'll just give too much, like off the rip. But Talks Too Much is the new venture that I've created that houses all that I've consumed cumulatively as a business owner and a person and a speaker and a storyteller and a coach, and my experience and me building something, reading a book, seeing how that book helped make business make so much more sense. And now I'm going through the process of how to do business properly. And Talks Too Much is it's that. It's me really feeling confident about being a business owner. Finally. It's been so much fake it till you make it. Like doing for others, not telling your own story that had going on for too long. And this is me just fucking giving it my all, caring, but taking my time, doing it right, not rushing, because I know what I have is gold. I just gotta do it right and care about it and write it down and do the steps. So this is a design, this tea it actually started as this tea, which you can't see because it's in black and white. But this tea, the outline is different than this one. This one's like a gray and an orange. I didn't love it. And this has a orange with a green. It has all of the colors, the color palette. Yeah, it makes me really excited. So I've been learning Photoshop much more, building things and running with them. So this is a hat that I just did on a website, Vistaprint. I don't know how I feel about saying brands and other companies and stuff, but also if it's going to be helpful for people to figure out how to do the thing and just work through it, then here, take the information. But yeah, it was like $10. I didn't have to have any setup fee, which can be costly. I just uploaded the image and they printed it and boom. It was like $11 to have this thing with my logo on it for this purpose. So, and I'll work through merchandise designs and create whatever's going to be sold through testing ideas and coming up with the perfect version. So this sweater, this changed. I'm so excited. Stop. Stay. to the plan. We're trying things. This hat is part of that. It's part of all that's happening. And I'm very excited. And I have it. And yay, beautiful. 2 white hats back-to-back days. I love it. Speaking of wearing things, I also saw in the playback how fluffy I looked trying to get these damn headphones organized. And it's unacceptable. The camera does add 15 pounds, but the last month and a half has also in real life added 15 pounds. So there's a conscious effort. Oh man, now that I'm gonna be looking at myself much more often, and strange people who I don't know are gonna be looking at me, there is a bit of elevated care to how I'm presenting. And I should care about this because I'm a human, and I do, but there's added incentive to stop eating so much Ben and Jerry's after 10 p.m. But it's so good. S'mores or peanut butter half baked or the churro or really anything that says Benjamin and Gerald on it. So I gotta do better. And I'll do better because I can't look at my fluffy. And I'm 35. And it does take more work to lose the fluff. That shit is real. And I'm feeling it. And I don't like it. So I'm doing something about it. Juicing, fluffy boy. Oh, and so I juice. I juice you like anyway, but I was juicing my fruits and vegetables today because I just felt gross. So, and that's how I feel about life. Something's bothering you and it's unacceptable. Just fucking do something about it. Like now, don't complain about it. Just do something about it. And 30 days from now, I'll be less fluffy and you'll see it. And yeah, I'm excited to like do life and say things and then live them out, and strange people see that and be like, oh shit. And do kind of whatever with that. Maybe they do their own thing and stop being lazy shits. Because we all be lazy shit sometimes. Or maybe they, I don't care. I actually don't care. Like, I don't care. I hope you use it for good, but if you don't, then what the fuck what can I do about that? Thank you for your money though. No, I'm kidding, but I do mean that. So, yeah. Oh man, what is my? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, and the last thing is I have 2 packages sitting here. I've been going and spending a significant amount of time figuring out the fine tuning the elements of this production space, and there's so many cords and wires and so much stuff, and it requires like in some instances, a little adapter for this or a small such and such for that. So there's a few things that I'm in the process of getting and finalizing, and this is not behind my ear, but that's okay. I'll get used to these. Well, I can't see it anyway, so that's fine. Oh yeah, this is cool. Yeah, I like this way better. Right here, bang. What does that look like when I do that? Will it focus on my finger? So there we go. Yeah, let's go. This is also why people have to subscribe to the Patreon, because me putting those headphones on, I would cut that from the audio version because it would just sound like noise and you wouldn't even know it happened. Yet I look ridiculous trying to do that. So thank you for these cameras. And for those who will subscribe to see my shenanigans, I look forward to, providing you with more to laugh at, because that's just what life's all about. Oh, my 2 packages. I have speaker stands for these 2 speakers here, and I have a HDMI splitter so I can run the computer screen from here to there. I will at some point do a behind the scenes of the space so that when I'm explaining and like pointing to shit, you understand. Yeah, y'all are welcome. Like, you're here now. This is where we are. So I look forward to peeling back the layers. For those who care, if you don't, then you probably won't pay money to see this, but I will be sharing how this all comes together because I'm a behind the scenes head. I love it. I love the magic of how it happens. And me seeing some of that magic has helped me be able to do some of the things that I have done. So selfish of me to keep that to myself. Welcome on this beautiful journey. Welcome to this beautiful journey. Welcome on this. No, that doesn't make sense. I'll figure it out, and I'll be recording earlier in the day so that my words make much more sense. August 3rd, that's tomorrow. We'll do that again. Yeah, let's see. All right, what time? Before 8. I will record before 8. I'll check you tomorrow, and you'll know what time I'm recording because I will be recording before 8. Yes. Accountability.
My daddy makes out. And his name is Terrence Taylor. And I took those pictures.